Hello, everyone, and welcome to this interview. We are today here with Mauricio Gámez, the Deputy Director of Climate Change and Nature at Grupo Financiero Banorte. And we are in the beautiful context of Chile attending the Biodiversity Global Conference. So welcome, Mauricio. And tell us a bit more about your role in this financial institution, which is one of the largest of your country, I understand.
Yes, thank you. Thank you so much for the invitation and for being here in Chile, wonderful country. Yes, well, my role at Banorte, and I'm part of the sustainability team at the financial group. And as part of the team, I'm in charge of the climate change and the nature agenda. So in climate change, what we do is measuring EHG emissions, energy consumption, water consumption, some waste management, and also implementing eco-efficiency in our operations. And in terms of nature, well, nature is a big part of our agenda right now because we were the first early adopter in Mexico of TNFD, of the Taskforce on Nature-related Financial Disclosures framework. So for us at the bank, it's very important to understand what are our risks and what opportunities we can address from nature in our operations and in our business as well.
This is very interesting, and indeed we wanted to learn from you and understand what efforts have you undertaken within the context of the bank, specifically regarding nature, regarding integrating it into your strategy and into your work plan, and how did Biodiversity support you in this specific journey?
Yes, well, so far last year during 2024, because we were like I mentioned, the first early adopter in Mexico of the TNFD. We started working with the LEAP approach on TNFD. So mainly with the two first phases of TNFD, which is locate the nexus with nature and also to evaluate our impacts and dependencies on nature. So it has been quite a challenge to do the locate phase first, because we need to understand where our credits are, where our operations are, and how we're doing business with different clients. So that has been probably one of the biggest challenges, but also it has been an opportunity to understand what we can do, what we can adjust to have better information in terms of our business for nature. And we've also done, using the NCORE tool, we've done a heat map regarding different ecosystem services, and we've identified three key sectors for us, economic sectors to start addressing TNFD, which is agriculture and livestock, mining and infrastructure. And in that regard, we did the heat map, and we did impact and dependencies analysis for that matter. And in the case of Biofin, we're currently working in a consultancy that we're getting their support in order to do capacity building in different areas of the bank, from our credit officers to our risk team to the accountancy team as well. Different areas of the bank, we're getting them to understand why nature is important and why we're going to be collaborating in the future with them to get information for our analysis. So I guess that pretty much sums up the work we've done recently with TNFD.
This great evaluation, I think, already shows that it is possible indeed to take the first steps. It's a complex analysis, but it's possible indeed to commence this analysis clearly. But looking ahead now, so what are Banorte's priorities on nature, and how do you plan to achieve the longer term?
Well, we have a system which is called the Social and Environmental Management System, the SEMS. It's for its acronym in English. That is it's where we do our credit analysis and we get information for our portfolio analysis in terms of the credits that we're working with different clients and we have with different clients. So we realized that our SEMS system is not necessarily updated to include nature, because nature and for the financial system, it's something that it's becoming more important, but it's something relatively new. So what we've done so far is that we're analyzing what are the gaps that we need and what information can we be including in the SEM system that can actually feed our analysis in terms of impacts, dependencies, risk and opportunities for nature. So I guess that's probably one of the biggest activities that we're doing right now. And also we're doing capacity building with different areas, and we're doing a work plan on how to implement specific recommendations for based on TNFD to determine which are the most relevant ones and which are maybe the ones that need a little bit more of a long-term implementation for us to cover the 14 recommendations on TNFD.
This is great. And I think you're also planning for exposure in 2026. So this is a very close target. So we're looking forward to see the results specific to nature. But based on all this experience that you shared with us today, so what advice would you offer to other financial institutions like you, and in general, I would say in the private sector, when looking to incorporate nature into their work?
I think probably one of the biggest advices that I can give is that nature can be seen as an opportunity rather than just a risk or more information requirements from different stakeholders. I think we can invest in nature, we can invest better, and that's probably one of the key takeaways that we've seen so far in our discussions with different clients and with different stakeholders within the bank and the financial group regarding nature. Also, one of the key recommendations that I'd give is to understand the financial institution's portfolio, to understand where they're investing, what information we might be lacking in terms of nature, and to work with different areas to collaborate and to not to rush into nature, but to do a more thorough and more strategical analysis in how to incorporate nature and biodiversity in their analysis. So I think those are probably the main recommendations that I give, and also to reach out to other institutions that might be undergoing with this or undertaking this work, and also different initiatives, international initiatives that might be having some information that might lead to having certain connections with other stakeholders that are doing work in nature.